Success does not just happen. It comes because someone learned and followed some principles that make life successful. Without taking much of your time, let me share with you some quotes and their interpretations that will help you live a life of success and happiness. Now, the first quote is this: where you write your vision determines its durability. If you go to the seashore to write your vision on sand, be sure that in a little while it will be wiped off. If man does not trample that vision, the water will wash it away. Don't expect a vision written on sand to stand the test of time. Where you write your vision determines its durability. Some people write their visions on pieces of paper, so they end up in pieces. Some people write their visions only in their memories, so when their memories fail, their visions also fail. Some people write their visions in the memories of other people by quickly narrating the pictures they see without making their own notes. So when their relationship with those people gets sour, they lose their visions. Where you write your vision determines its durability. Where you have written your vision will actually determine its durability. Number two, your response to another man's vision reveals the motives for pursuing yours. A true visionary supports other people's visions. A true visionary understands the pains of pursuing and achieving a vision. So when he meets those on the way to their destinations, he is empathetic. Anyone who calls himself a visionary but has an indifferent attitude towards other people's visions may not in the real sense be a visionary. Your response to another man's vision reveals the motives for pursuing your vision. Self-centered people pursue visions for the purpose of self-aggrandizement. Such people have no compassion for other people. A vision without compassion is a wicked vision. If life is all about you, you are a selfish man. The visions of selfish people don't expand beyond them. Selfishness limits the success of a vision. How do you respond to other people's vision? Do you recognize and support those who are heading somewhere purposeful, or are you locked up in your own world satisfying your own self alone? You can only increase when you help other people increase. Growth is interdependent. Number three quote: preparation is the language of the future. Those who speak it own tomorrow. Preparation is a language, even if it is not literally verbal, so to say. Its signs and symbols can expressly be seen. Preparation is the language of the future. Those who speak it own tomorrow. There are people sitting on idle chairs indulged in self-deception on the pretense that life will be kind to them, even if they are unkind to themselves. These people trample on privileges by insulting it through their actions of negligence and disrespect to opportunities around them. Their hope is that business will be as usual until one day they wake up to realize that the advantages they toiled with have issued them a divorce. Then they begin to mourn, expecting a second chance that may never come. Make preparations for life or for the life to come. Don't joke with the privileges of today. They are treasures. Take good care of them. Fourth quote: if you think it's too late, with your mouth, you just pronounced your death sentence. I tell you that if you think it's too late, with your mouth, you just pronounce your death sentence. There are three high mountains that stop a man from reaching his destination: procrastination, excuses, and satisfaction. If you think it's too late, with your mouth you just pronounce your death sentence. Don't ask for more if you haven't used what is on your hands. The only thing that can part the sea is what you already have. Don't allow a sting that produces no honey. Kill the bee that stings you for pleasure if it leaves no honey. Fifth quote: if they can see it, they will embrace it. Real sights see who is with you. Ordinary sights see what is against you. Anytime you have an extraordinary assignment, extraordinary challenges come against you. Knowing who you are and what you have within increase your confidence to carry on with your stipulated assignment unperturbed. The confidence of those in your team may dwindle if they can't see what you see. One person in your team can capsize your boat with his unsettled agitation if his vision is limited to the current circumstance. Until he sees extraordinarily, he can't act extraordinarily. Your responsibility as head is to make those who are with you to see what you see. If they can see it, they will embrace it. Sixth quote, if the chain always ends with you, you are not a good conduit. Any road that does not link with other roads ends in a dead end. At a dead end, you can't walk further. At a dead end, you can't cross to the other side. You may be seeing your destination from a dead end, but may have to walk a longer distance through other accessible routes in order to get to your place of expectation. In the same vein, people are either conduits or dead ends. When you network, first determine if the person you are networking with is a conduit or a dead end. Never network with people who refuse to link you with other people, because these types of people are dead ends. If the chain always ends with you, you are not a good conduit. If I meet you, I should be able to meet other people through you, and vice versa. If my network ends with you, the net isn't working. In a good network, there must be a continuous connection at the end of each string. Seventh quote, people who do it intimidate those who just say it. A lot of people say it, but never do it. Some people are full of words, but devoid of actions. With their mouths, they build skyscrapers. With their hands, they do nothing. What you do is what you become. You may just be an empty vessel making a noise if your actions don't match your words. Put your money where your mouth is. Put your actions where your words are. If you don't, you will die empty. Some talkers have died empty because they were noisy without firing their engines. So they stayed put in the same position as stagnant and stationary as ever. When the talkers meet doers, they fizzle out and evaporate into the thin air. People who do it intimidate those who just say it. I never asked you not to say it. What I'm saying is that you have to do what you say. Some people talk big about visions they do not have the intention to fulfill. For years they've been talking. For years they may continue to talk. Their talks change nothing until they are ready to do the talk. To stop being intimidated by doers, say it and do it. Now the eighth quote, when those who stretch enter the system, they are usually hated by those who are at ease. Sometimes when a man gets to a certain level of success, he assumes he has achieved enough. Therefore, he sees nothing more to fight for. This statement of satisfaction, or this state of satisfaction rather, usually occurs especially when a person is the best within an area of endeavor. When you've beaten every foreseeable competitor, the tendency to relax becomes obvious until an unexpected outstanding competitor gets introduced into the system. At this juncture, you get stretched. Some people hate stretch. So instead of rising to the occasion, they descend to hatred. When those who stretch enter the system, they are usually hated by those who are at ease. To maintain the best position, you must continuously stretch yourself. If you wait to be stretched before extending your lead, you will be too weighty to move. When you are too weighty, you'll be overtaken. Don't wait for surprises before you do something. Always do something that is surprising. By this, you will keep an immeasurable distance between you and your potential competitors. The ninth quote, footprints on mere sands get wiped off with a single hand. To set the record straight, be outstanding. The first treasure in life is making a valuable choice. Good choices are born out of wise decision making. After that, be consistently disciplined and you will get to the top. If you go through the desert in just 4 days, you may probably end up a desert. If your record is too cheap, it will be easily replaced. Footprints on mere sands get wiped off with a single hand. To set their record straight, I repeat, be outstanding. Every visionary meets a brick wall they manage to go through by seeing the other end in their imaginations. Don't mourn in front of shut doors. Let your gift make room for you. Every room has its door. Rejected people don't know the great privileges they have. Every opportunity to be in the cold is a chance to reach the world, not the box. Those who can't see the roof of an intended edifice mock those who lay its foundation. Work on your blueprint. Work on your plan. My last quote is this: in life, we are all fools in certain areas of our lives until we see the light. Many times at night time, I have looked through the dark and saw images that scared me. I would get frightened. At times, in order to show false boldness, I would scream, "Who is that?" or "Who is there?" When it's daytime, I will realize that what scared me at night was actually a small stick or a rubbish that was abandoned beside the street. Then I would say to myself, how foolish are you? In life, we are all fools in certain areas of our lives until we see the light. The light is not just the physical illumination, but the mental and spiritual understanding, knowledge, and information. If it appears dark where there should be light, you will act foolishly. To step out of foolishness, you must step out of the dark. The best way to step out of the dark is to switch on the light. Purposeful knowledge is light. Purposeful information is light. Purposeful wisdom is light. To do it well, you must fully understand the art and science of doing it. Don't live in twilight. I repeat, don't live in twilight. Live in floodlight.